The only advantage you have working in US, working in UK,
What makes you think is the real deal?
system. It's actually the reason when a lot of people travel. Because most of the things they were praying for in Ghana, they have it free over there.
Because of the system.
Yes, the system. Housing, it works. The government controls housing prices. Wow. And you have favorite to make sure now, but anyhow or pay. There are caps on most of the things. It's not just the currency. The system works. If you are making 12,000 euros and I'm making 12,000 cedis, do you think Kevin Ocho is working 8 hours a day? Do you think Ibrahim Amma is working 8 hours a day today?
They don't sleep.
They don't sleep. But what we hear in our country, now me to 5,000 a yimu a day. Boom. Me the 300 cities na start here. Boom. Me the say boom. Me say boom. Most people who are working at 95 who are complaining today, you realize most of them is because they are financially illiterate.
In what sense?
Their problem is not making money. Their problem is knowing what to do with the money.
It's not about the money.
No.
It's not about how much you earn.
No. Footballers, athletes who are making £180,000 a week, £150,000 a week, and 4 or 5 years after their career, they are broke. If I pick my phone and I need 20,000 cedis right now, can I call 5 people who will be able to trust me with 20,000 cedis and say he's good for it? Or will people duck your calls just because they saw you calling? Will people look at your call and say, on their friend?
Who has more leverage or advantage? A 9-to-5 worker in Europe and a self-employed PhD holder in Ghana?
I have a PhD.
I know it's very debatable. I have a special guest, Dr. Arthur Cobbinah. He's a business development expert and the CEO of Jebex Business Consults. Students of greatness, let's dive in. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me.
I want to start with a very honest question.
Mm-hmm.
If your son or your daughter ask, Dad, should I start a business or I should climb the corporate ladder, what would be your honest advice for him?
This question is a bit tricky, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the sense that a lot of factors come into play when these questions are normally asked.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with my child working a 9-to-5,
Okay.
climbing a corporate ladder. There is nothing wrong with my child starting a business. It depends on what the potential of the child at the time I ask that particular question.
Okay.
But my child can do both. And from an honest point of view, there is something I have told myself. Maybe regardless what you want to do, you're going to have to learn a trade.
Okay.
So obesya the palm, obesya fitting, obesya welding. You're going to have to learn a trade beyond whatever you want to do academically. You have to learn a trade, because at the end of the day, anything can happen in life. So I believe that you need to have a plan B. Maybe you can go to school, do whatever you want to do, start a business, work a 9-to-5, but you're going to have to learn a trade. This is my honest perspective when it comes to the corporate and the working field. But the era of telling children what to do is far gone.
It's over.
That era of telling your child, me person on your engineer, me person on your doctor, me person on your lawyer, no, it's far gone. Life happens. If my child wants to learn it, if my child wants to work a 9-to-5, every support on here to grow, to become the best version of himself, herself, working a 9-to-5, be able to provide this resources, support. If my child wants to be a business owner, wants to be an entrepreneur, I was seeing young fan supporting it, just to achieve that goal. You be achieve that goal.
Wow.
Yes.
There is a trend. I want you to be honest. How did we get here?
Number one, ignorance. Number two, people not being realistic.
Okay.
And number three, unnecessary comparison. In fact, statistics shows that Ghana and Kasano, you're more business owners than people that work in 9-to-5.
That's true.
We have over between 49% to 74% of our working class are business owners.
Entrepreneurs.
Yes. The 54% that we have that are working in 9-to-5, the people we have that are working in 9-to-5, 54% of them even have a side hustle. It's as if you say, oh, mom, we at 95, they are not making means. Now, just like anything in this world, there are stages.
Okay.
Just like anything. See, the normal corporate world, no. You were entry level. You were mid level.
Okay.
You were management level. Even at management level, you were mid management level, there's senior management level. At each point, your compensations are different. Your conditions of service are different. When I go on social media and I see the trend and the narrative, we are throwing our future away.
Okay.
I watched a video of a young lady online who was seriously bashing an employer just because of an interview. And after the interview, the employer said he bet you on a 2,500 Ghana cedis. Now, Lee, this is an entry-level role this person is speaking or call for. We were in university for 5 years on ye jumada or tifie. You offer a job, an entry-level role that will pay you 2,500. Sit on social media, lambast the business owner, lambast people that are working 95. Now, what's the minimum wage in this country per day? 22 cedis. 21.74 cedis. In Tiarana Neapa, 22 cedis. If an employer is paying you 2,500, it means the employer is paying you 100 cedis a day. 100 cedis a day.
That is way above.
That's way above the minimum wage. And this is entry level.
Entry level.
Entry level. Nippon 2,500. Listen, Fasha Uchimu say the 9 to 5 allows for growth. Wherever you are started, there is an avenue for growth. Into your ignorance, people just don't know what they are talking about. Number two, this whole thing is come out of unnecessary competition. And it's you compare yourself with people that we are not supposed to compare ourselves with. But Lee, in hindsight, movies are trending. Who are they comparing themselves to? Let's be honest. Me and Mitzi office here, Juma 95. No. Why would you compare me to an artist?
Okay.
Why would you compare me to an athlete, to a footballer? I am working in Ghana. Why would you compare me to a BOT UK or BOT USA, Juma? Nunti, your conclusion is that 95, it's bogus. Saying na be Juma, wanna be Juma, why? Who are for?
Wow.
Let's respect people.
One of the major concern has to do with people working overtime. Because I know that the 8-hour mark was initiated by Henry Ford just to help ease the workload of workers. But it looks as if that system has been hijacked.
Lee, overtime, most serious companies offer compensations for overtime. And then overtime in most serious companies is also not a daily thing. I remember a typical example.
Okay.
So, your project, right? And say, Lee, your project, somebody is giving you a contract. There's a deadline on the contract. Your staff will have to put in more hours to meet the deadline. It becomes a problem when Wooly or say the staff should put in those extra hours, but you don't give them anything extra.
Okay.
Then we have a problem. Then we can have that conversation. But so Okacha almost say, let's put in the extra. Then I'll add XYZ to whatever you're supposed to get at the end of the project. What is the big deal? Lee, over time, the hijacking of the corporate, and you have to understand, say, the corporate world as we see it is a whole ecosystem.
Okay.
There are a lot of moving parts. And so, this issue of, we are making people work beyond their time. We are making people, in fact, in most cases, the employer is not forcing people to work beyond their time. What from the beginning of the day, work share or task for the day. Realize it's enormous. You can't use the whole 8 hours to finish your task. But you don't want to roll over a task to the next day. So you stay back, you finish it, because for most people, Okofia, there's really nothing to do. Into stay back while finishing a task. What's the big deal? Assuming you're a business owner, assuming there's no 9 to 5, are you telling me business owners are not putting in overtime?
Yeah.
In fact, most business owners are doing 14, 18 hours a day. Do you think Vusi Thempi is working 8 hours a day? Do you think Kevin Ocher is working 8 hours a day? Let's mention the names of the people you are comparing yourselves to. Do you think Ibrahim Ahmad is working 8 hours a day today? Every movement he makes It's work. You might think that wakwe yin or kochia. You might think that wakwa sorry no kochia. But for all you know, it might be some relationship, some business relationship he's trying to keep, some political relationship he's trying to keep. And to those people you are comparing yourself to, who said they work 8 hours a day? These guys are working 12, 14, 16 hours a day.
They don't sleep.
They don't sleep.
Yeah, they don't sleep.
Or Ghana, our clients in China, our clients in India, our clients here, time zone difference. Time now, Wadano, he's on a Zoom meeting. What that? Or your Zoom meeting? You are complaining. And you are comparing yourself to this person. Whoa, 8 hours and you are complaining. No. We love the rasmata of affluence. We love affluence. We love riches. But we don't like the responsibility it comes with.
Wow. I've had so many encounters with entrepreneurs, and then when you have the time to speak to them, most of them will tell you they wish they had a stable job. Most of them.
Why do you think I still work 9 to 5? Lee, it's not even about the money. Say me jai me 9 to 5 ne. My business is doing well. It's not doing bad. It's doing well for itself. However, there is some stability. The fact that I want to wake up to order. I have this to do from here. I have that to do from here. I have this to do. And people have no idea. Some of the best relationships I've built, I built them working 95s.
Wow.
Not in my business. Some of the best relationships I've built, I built them doing marketing. I built them doing sales.
Interesting.
Like I said earlier, this microwave generation. Oh, my bar office now, my bar juma, juma da, juma no. You just came fresh out of the university. Over minti I cut 10,000 cedis. What value are you giving to me? And this is where I want to take the conversation to. 95 is about value.
Okay.
The more value you give, the more money you get.
Wow.
The more value you give, the more money you get. Business owners are not paying you just for you to come and occupy their offices. So your money or your compensation mostly is tied to value. If I get no value from you, why will I pay you more?
Is that the reason why most entrepreneurs or business owners or employers feel insecure when certain type of employees leave?
Oh yes, there are people who move through who are show because of the value they provide.
Wow.
You feel the impact. Because see, and I have a bit of this experience. There's no single place I have worked that made free where I have not gotten calls back in months later. Say, if you are still less busy, can you come back? This reason why you left, can we work it out? Because every place I've worked, I take it as my own business. I give it my all because I understand the cost of value. If I am looking, and Lee, you'll be shocked. I know people in this country who are making 30,000 a month, 25,000 cedis a month, 60,000 cedis a month doing marketing.
Doing marketing?
Doing marketing. Doing sales, marketing. 40, 20, 30,000 cedis a month. And I also know people who are making 4,000 cedis a month, but have the same capacity to make the 20,000 that others are making. But also on to me in Kwabontin or air conditioning watana. Ejumera neba ye no, bosume we say o make $1 million Ghana cedis. One hour what's in our office no contribution to say 1 million we near say. The OP you know the contribution to 1 million near say. Oh, HR or contribution to say 1 million near say. So these are the parameters most business owners used to decide salaries, compensations, bonuses, and those stuff. And see what's a hot more. You decide not to do more. We have 95 in 3 forms.
Okay.
You were remote, you were hybrid, you were on-site. Remote just say what's ufie. Uye juma from ufie. You don't come to the job site. Hybrid is you run between the job site and ufie. On-site, what's juma moho. Either way, say 95. Nothing changed. Nothing has changed. Either way, say 95. And 95, no, it's not just for private businesses. So government enterprises are running 95. It's a whole ecosystem. We can deal with the issues within the ecosystem without throwing away the entire concept of working
9 to
95.
Does entrepreneurship begins the very moment you decide to leave your job?
No. No. People have left their job and for 2 years they've not built anything.
Yeah, still home.
They are still home.
So with the idea of I want to start my own business, and you see the trend, I want to be an entrepreneur. So because of that, they just leave their jobs.
So you cannot just get up and build, Lee. You cannot just get up and build. Before you build, you make sure so you have, you know how much it will cost you to build that project you want to do. Okay, fine. See, ever cost me say, how much do I have? Is it enough to start? What are my guarantees I can get the balance within that set period? There was a fina missing a missy. You see, this is one of the generations in this in the history of mankind that they are very impulsive.
Okay.
I want to start a business. Everybody is going to China. You quit your job without a plan.
Without
A plan. You quit your job without a clear-cut plan. Okay. May free Jumam, it's January. Okay, between January and April, it's for this.
Okay.
Between April and that, it's for that. What do I need to start? Do I have what I need to start? There's a plan. Wow. So you don't become a burden to yourself and to other people. So it's not just about leaving your job. It's about leaving your job with a plan.
So apart from what you just said, are there any other practical strategies you can help people with that mindset?
There's something I want to talk about that this time people feel is archaic. Mentorship.
Okay.
Mentorship. When I knew I wanted to do business, there are a lot of decisions I have taken, a lot of things I have done in my life. Ordinarily, people might think I'm crazy. There are few wealthy people in this country I have approached because of relationships I've built in my long-standing 9-to-5 career, that I can just walk up to you and say, Lee, you are good with this, you are good with that. Listen, I want to give you 4 months of my time. I don't want salary. But in return, I need you to teach me X, Y, Z.
Okay.
Come, I work for you. I learn. And you'll be surprised. Those 4 months, I make more money than I would have made if you pay me a salary. Because these people appreciate, they appreciate initiative.
Okay.
They appreciate the fact that they are getting XYZ service from you. Most of them are guilty of the fact, they feel guilty about the fact that they are not paying you. They're just teaching you. So the usual, okay, Doc J for fuel. Doc J for fuel. Doc, you realize, okay, most of the time you make more money than they would have paid in salaries. Yeah. I love to be mentored. There is a lot of opportunities out there. Don't jump onto every trend. Do your research, have a plan, get mentorship, and then as far as but Lee, I'll say it anyway. Get financial literacy.
Okay.
Most people who are working at 95 who are complaining today, you realize most of them is because they are financially illiterate.
Wow. In what sense?
Their problem is not making money. Their problem is knowing what to do with the money.
Could you please repeat that?
Their problem is not making money. Their problem is knowing what to do with the money. And I'll give you typical examples.
Go ahead.
Trotro drivers, trotro meet. I work within the transport sphere. My 95 is with, so I interact with these people. Lee, why any sales say we at the chop money? At the fuel. Sike chair driver ni mate echeno. Eda omwenye sika kra no, they can get 150, 100 cedis each. Sa 100 cedis they did sika ni. What ne did sika for that day? They chop money in him.
What's fuel?
What's fuel?
What's sales?
What's sales? We am faswa unya during the day. The problem is at the end of the month, you'll be such a driver now, some 1,000 cities. Ne car say run watch. So now the question becomes, ask what the day. Financial literacy. Most people are not broke because they are not making money. They are broke because they don't know what to do with the money they are making. They are spending beyond what they make. They are saving when they have to invest. They are investing in the wrong things. Financial literacy is a whole thing. But in our part of the world, you turn the car 6,000. People don't even look at how much of their money goes into SNET, how much of their money goes into taxes. On the end of the month, you say in a HTM account, into a HT account in the salary by NG pizza, NG cook. I draw a why I'm free, I draw a chili, and big boiling. Into by the end of the week, none and Saka salary, not half of the salary you call. I feel no better than say, hey, I can half of me the day. So most of us are living hand to mouth, and it's not really because we are not making good money. It's because we are spending beyond our means. How many people budget in this country? You'll be shocked. But you can't say people think it's a joke. How many people budget in this country? And be honest with yourself. If you're watching us from home, wherever you're watching us from, ask yourself, when was the last time you budgeted your salary? Ask yourself.
It doesn't matter the amount.
No. Budget your salary. See, if you do proper budgeting, you'll actually know when your salary is not enough.
Okay.
Then you're also able to tell where you get the extra to cushion that salary that is not enough.
The extras.
The extras, no, may be a free bar. You are now able to know where those extras are coming from. And so if those extras are something that is reliable, now you can find a way to get a loophole from those extras. You see, you can't question, ridicule, put down what you have not tried.
This part of the conversation is very important.
Yes.
The employer and the employee, both of them have a role to play.
Exactly.
What should the employer do to better the life of the employee beyond salary?
Create room for growth.
Create room
For growth.
for growth
Yes.
in the working environment.
Yes. So, and again, I can mention his name again because of my relationship with him. So there's a business owner I know, one of the fast-growing tech CEOs in this country, Mr. Kwame Asamoah. His full name is Prince Kwame Asamoah, but affectionately I call him Kwame Asamoah. He's actually a former boss.
Okay.
One of the fantastic CEOs I've ever met. I mean, this is a CEO that will call you and tell you, say, Albert, discuss with your team. If there's a course anybody wants to read, he should let me know. We have this budget for this. Discuss with your team. This is your budget. Find courses for them within this budget. Create a room for growth. Very important. You see, the reason it becomes problematic for a lot of people in 95s is that it becomes still as a etefako. As a church and say etefako. On to me manage. The employer is supposed to create room for growth.
Interesting.
2, create room for competition. Who said competition is a bad thing? Why do you think we do assessments? Why do you think we do performance appraisals? You think it is just for your salaries? And no, so we know, oh, this person is better than that person. That person is better than this person. Promotion, but this person deserves it better than that person. Create room for growth. Create room for competition.
Wow.
Very important. Very, very important.
What happens when these two things are achieved in the organization?
Then now it becomes the responsibility of the employee to want to grow, to want to compete.
So it becomes a win-win affair.
It's a win-win affair. So if you grow, it serves me. If you compete, it serves me. I just create the enabling environment for you. The problem, see, the employer might not come to you and say, not every employer might come to you and say, I want you to go and learn this. Or call a manager and say, I want to do this. But that's why most companies have HRs. Right? This is what a lot of people don't know, that you can take advantage of. Why you with a company for 6 months? Why you with a company for 1 year? You came with a BSc. LinkedIn has a lot of courses. Udemy has a lot of courses. There are a lot of short courses you can do. Write to your HR. I identify a problem here. I will want to be able to solve this problem, but my current ability does not allow me to do this. I would like to do this course to further do this. It costs this. Give the company reasons they should invest that amount in you, what you intend to do in return for the company. See, most companies will jump at it when they realize it benefits them in the long run, because businesses are not charity organizations. They are profit-making organizations in the first place. If that thing is not going to profit them in any way, there's no way they are going to do it. But Lee, a lot of companies are creating these avenues for their workers. Room to grow, room to compete. When these things are there, now it becomes your responsibility to want to grow and want to compete.
Wow. This is beautiful. So in that regard, the 9-to-5 employee is rest assured.
Yes. See, Lee, of course, you cannot tie people down forever. People are going to want to move on to greener pastures.
Sure.
But for the most part, when an employer realizes that, room to grow here, they will stay.
They will stay. I love this.
They will stay. People have worked with companies for 10 years, for 15 years, for 30 years. Same company. It's because they've seen that there's room for them to grow. Or by now you're front desk executive. We're moving from front desk executive. Or by a marketing officer. We're moving from marketing officer to a team lead. We're moving from team lead to be a supervisor. We're moving from supervisor to be a deputy marketing manager. When there is room for growth, stay. But so you are not creating that avenue for them. You're not creating that room for them. They realize, I don't have a future here.
My security is at stake.
Yes, I'll go.
Wow.
Yes. So every place I've worked with, and this is something I do. Every place, every company I've worked with. And this is the mistake a lot of people make. Interview, I feel say interview is just for the employer to assess you.
Yeah.
No. It goes both ways. It's for the employer to assess if I'm a good fit for his business. It's also for me to assess if the business is a good fit for me.
Now let's talk about skill development as an employee. Skills development while you are working in a 9-to-5 job. What are the gold mine skills that you must develop?
Before I even go on, let's understand that it differs from field to field. Right? And industry to industry. But one skill that today you cannot do without basic IT skills.
Okay.
Basic IT skills. Especially Microsoft Office Suite. If you're a marketer, know at least 1 or 2 CRM platforms. If you're in management, at least know ClickUp, know Trello. So basic IT skills, depending on what you're currently doing and what it requires. Number 2, communication. Communication. It's something a lot of people don't consider.
Okay.
Most relationships start from communication.
Wow.
Communication, very important. Finally, build relationships in and outside the office. And I'll say why. I heard a man of God give a testimony, not or preaching or make a story. See, a lady came to her and said, "Omo almost started a ya promote you be a car obi to me ba 1 month ni a promoting no what ho." Also, a bomb pie man and rather say jabo train about say bisa questions be answer. No business and you what to sing. So for men feel more, don't mind them. These people, they are doing eye service. When they come, they want to go and greet the madam. Me, my job should speak for me. So I said, when you're serious, go. For the next 2 months, every day when you go to the office, go to your madam. Good morning, ma. When you are leaving, madam, good evening, I'm leaving. See, a lot of people think the corporate office ends with your role. And achieving it.
It goes beyond that.
It goes beyond it. Why do you think we have a term called office politics? The people that are promoted the most are not the people that do the most work. They are the people that are seen the most. And this is about me. I say, "Akwa way dear." You want to send club by no your manager. Build very important relationships. There's something I say. Make people think I'm an opportunist, but I don't care what you think about me. I'm too grown. I'm too old. I'm too tired to make friends for just friends' sake. If it's not benefiting me in any way, I don't want it. I have to be learning from it, making money from it, growing from it, being a better person from it. If it is not helping me in any way, forget it. I'm not going to be your friend just because now Saturday I got time baby near no man Sunday I saw any echo. Dear na minya free, my bo. You have to be my friend. Yo, Charlie. Hey, some cause become. Charlie, go help. Oh, some AI tool become. Charlie, you for jump on. No. Charlie, some deal become. Charlie, make you contribute this, make you split the profit. Charlie, some opportunity become on. Make a push give you. My headmaster, one more. Our first assembly at Opokuai told us one thing. When we were gathered there, he asked all the form ones, "Why do you think you're here?" And all of us frantically shouted, 8 A's, 7 A's, 6 A's. He said, "This is very good. But look at the person standing to your left. Look at the person standing to your right." And he said, "You are here for classmates."
Wow. For relationships.
You're here for relationships. This is why I go to school. At every stage in education, you are exposed to a different level and category of thinking human beings. So, Lee, I won't go to the bank and queue. I will call a mate. I will call a friend. I will call an acquaintance. I won't go to the hospital and queue. I know a doctor there. I have built relationships that work for me. When there is an American podcaster, Patrick Bet-David. He is
Patrick Bet.
He made a very bold statement. A lot of people disagreed with him, but I feel it's true. He says if you are laid off your work, and in 2 weeks, your contact cannot lay down at least 10 interviews for you, change your contact.
Ooh, this is a bold statement.
Yes. Why? This is why I went to school. Because among my mates, there were people, sons of people otherwise I will never meet. Mene esikafo be man call school. When I'm looking for opportunities that I know they can give me, it's a phone call away.
Sure.
I go to my class page, get me this person's contact. If it's a proposal, I have to send the person, I send the person. The Opokuari card does well. Oh, the KNUST year group card goes a long way. The Gempa year group class. You see, you will have to understand, say, you need somebody to grow. Make sure your bosses are seeing you at the office, your managers, the bosses that matter, or more promotion, you know. Make sure they are seeing you at the office, whatever you are doing. Don't call it eye service. This is your life. Make sure they are seeing you at the office. Don't put in a task and say, "Oh, my work should work for me." It doesn't work like that in the corporate environment.
The one who earns $2,000 a month and the one who earns $10,000 a month. The one who earns $2,000 a month keeps learning, self-improves, invest in skills. But the one who earns $10,000 a month stops learning. Who is likely to succeed?
The one who is responsible.
I wasn't expecting this.
The one who is responsible. Yes.
You are being honest.
Yes, the one who is responsible. It's not about how much you earn, or even your self-improvement or self-skill. If you're not responsible, you're not responsible. You lose everything you have.
Oh, it boils down to responsibility.
Yes, you have to be responsible.
In what sense?
One of the things that is missing in our generation is accountability.
Okay.
We can be accountable to everybody, but we don't want to be accountable to ourselves. One of the hardest things, Lee, to do is asking yourself the hard questions and being honest with the answers. And this is an assignment for anybody that is watching us. Take a pen and a paper. Before the year, if you made a New Year resolution, start writing how many of those resolutions you've met. How many is not met? Strike the percentage. You know where your life is headed. Lee, you see, people are making less and making it in life because they are responsible. They are owning up to their mistakes. They are correcting them. They are doing what has to be done. There are people that are earning more. And I'll give you a typical example. Have you seen how these musicians can earn all the monies in the world? And at the end of their career, we hear they are broke. They were not responsible.
Responsibility.
They were not responsible with money. They didn't do anything to their life beyond the music they did. They didn't plan for tomorrow. They thought they would keep making it. Today before I say me omo kan say yendi echna yebenya bi. Echna ka na say yendi echna yebenya ka na say. That's how come you can have footballers, athletes who are making £180,000 a week, £150,000 a week, and 4 or 5 years after their career they are broke.
It's not about the money.
No.
It's not about how much you earn.
No.
Responsibility.
How much of that money is going into yourself? How much of that money is being invested? How much of that money are you saving? How much of that money are you spending? How much fun are you having?
Wow. Interesting.
You can have $1 million and lose it today. It's not really about the money.
I have a follow-up question. But I think I know the answer you're going to give me. Who has more leverage or advantage? A 9-to-5 worker in Europe or US and a self-employed PhD holder in Ghana? I know it's very debatable.
And I'm going to try to be as objective as possible, seeing that I have a PhD and I live in Ghana and I work in Ghana. It's not about where you are applying your trade.
Okay.
It's not about which country you are in. It comes down to whatever industry you find yourself, whatever field you find yourself, who has more leverage in the field.
Okay.
The engineers in Ghana who are making way more money than engineers in the US. There are programmers in Ghana who are writing programs for companies in UK, who are writing code for companies in US. They live in Ghana.
They are paid well.
They are paid well because they have leverage in the industry. They have trained their skill to a point where their skill is useful. There's a scripture that says your gift will make way for you before kings and dignitaries. If you are good at what you do, you are visible in what you do.
Definitely.
People will look for you. It doesn't matter where you are. Because I know PhD holders in Ghana who are broke and PhD holders in UK and US who are broke. In fact, when you travel, most of the professors in US and UK, these so-called advanced countries, are broke. Because all their money goes into research. Or you might hear, a professor got a 50 million grant. That 50 million is not going to his pocket, it's going into research. That professor is still broke. That money went into research. But there are also professors that are plowing their trade and making money from it.
Okay.
It's not really about where you find yourself. And let's end this whole thing here. The only advantage you have working in US, working in UK, is the currency value.
Okay. The value in the currency.
Currency value. That is the difference. Currency value. Because if you are making 12,000 euros and I'm making 12,000 cedis, numerical values, we are both making 12,000. The only difference is in the value of your currency. You see, because on two coin. And I've heard this thing one too many times. I'm a cleaner in US. Me who hiasi obi okuta PhD de Ghana. Who clean US no? Obana odena to school you can US me na mbeche na there. If your child is going to be useless, it's because I made your child useless. don't downplay the importance of education. Leverage is very important. But if your only leverage is the strength of a currency, yeah, there's something wrong with you. You're not going anywhere. And see, I have a PhD, yes. If you think because you make more in UK than me, you are better than me, that's your thinking. That's your thinking. But when we are looking for men to make decisions that will control your life, they won't call you. They won't call you. Your only leverage is the currency.
So what makes you think is the real deal?
As in outside the country?
Yes.
System. System works. Unlike here, where anybody can bully you because they are richer than you, where people can have their way because they think they have some influence, the system works over there. They give you what you are due. You know you will have health care. And see, that is actually the reason when a lot of people travel. Because most of the things they were praying for in Ghana, they have it free over there.
Because of the system.
Yes, the system.
Interesting.
The system works. The system works. Housing, it works. The government controls housing prices. Wow. And you have failure to make sure now what Tony Boom anyhow or pay. There are caps on most of the things. The system works. That's why people prefer to live there than live. It's not just the currency. The system works. We can build the system. If we forgo our parochial political interest, our selfish interest, we can build a system. Means is you, means is me. Me mbo wa po, me mbo ma po. Dear war me de be mau. Dear woman ma men sanka. Me beto aba you. So oya me mra se bedwenia. Se mra be bo me ho ban. Me you so oya me mam penia. Bo me ho ban set me muni. Emfa dibra me de me kokromoto de ma oni hune huna me.
Wow.
Let's make sure. You see, if the system works, and Lee, this is one thing I'm also very passionate about. Look at this thing happening in South Africa. This xenophobic whatever. Look at what they are saying. Go home and fix your country. Go home and fix your country. If the system works, nobody wants to go to South Africa. Who wants to live in South Africa if the system works here? Who wants to? System.
We have a long way to go.
Because I am a very passionate and patriotic Ghanaian, I know we'll get there.
Okay.
We'll get there. It starts from minu. Let the conversation not end here. Let's take it out there. Let's be the change we are looking for today. That change you and I are looking for. Let us be that change today.
Now we have settled the debate once and for all. Whether PhD holder in Ghana or...
Oh, you can clean your... See, I don't have a problem. And I won't... See, I will not gag you because I have it, right? Me fan betet or me fan be jojo.
Okay.
But where I cross the line is where you tell me my PhD is useless. Where you tell me that's where we cross the line. Then I'll have issues with you.
Wow.
Then I'll have issues with you. Because you have no idea what the professors here at KUST, the professors at Legon, the professors at UCC, the professors at UDS. If I tell you some of the things some of these people are building, some of the influence some of these people have on industries. I know people that no gold will move until their say has their signature. I know people that until they confirm the math, nothing is... See, these people are doing a whole lot. It's a politician they call Royal Senchi to discuss economic forum. Yeah, I'm through. The professor.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm through. So if you think they are useless, there's a role they play. Just as you have a role you play. Listen, let everybody play their role. And this is why, as we are wrapping up, this is why I think, that whole 9-to-5 debate has become a thing. People bullying people with their wealth. People I have this, you don't have it. Because I do this and I have this and you do this and you don't have this, you're a failure. I clean the toilet in UK. I make more than a politician in Ghana. The politician has failed. Well, we free one man so I could be my so sebi jana, you have not failed. You're telling my mama failing. Stop. You see, we are bullying people with our wealth. 2, this country has a whole lot of unexplained wealth. Sika want to mean baby a free buy. That's the difference between the West and us. Sit down with Mark Zuckerberg. Sit down with Jeff Bezos. Sit down with all of these rich guys. They can tell you how they started, what investments they did, where they pivoted, where they failed, how they came back up. You will find paper trails for all of those conversations they are going to have with you. But what we hear in our country, now me treat a yimu, me treat 5,000 a yimu a day, boom. Me the 300 cities next start here, boom. Me they say, boom. Me say, boom. There are a lot of unexplained wealth.
Unexplained wealth.
I think what will help this country, if the people that these kids celebrate as supposedly wealthy people can sit on platforms like this, explain to us brick by brick, layer by layer, step by step, how they got to the level they've got into. These kids will understand, say they did not do it in a day. These kids will understand, say it took hard work, it took grit, it took time.
Process.
There's a process to it. But they've kept quiet. All they tell me, the 300 Ghana and start here. Me ye say na ye boom. Me ye say no ne fire. And I'm a call hana me fa hana. So these kids think I can stay home. Na me chabet my baby billionaire. That's why we have a lot of kids going into illegal businesses, going into fraud, going into betting. A lot of young ladies going into prostitution because they think this is how they have to make it. Honestly, tell us how you did it. So we know, say we that have not gotten there, there is hope for us to get there. So that we understand, say you did not do this in a year. You did not do this in a day. It took you time. There were clear-cut investment, clear-cut things, decisions you took that got you there. Then we can all relax, take a step back, and ask ourselves the very important question. Lee, is it the money? Is it the growth? Is it the work-life balance? What is the problem? You realize that it'll come down to one thing. Money. 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 And we forget all the other important things that the 95 offers.
In your own perspective, what does financial freedom look to you?
I am hoping to build a life where the mention of my name is enough to get my daughter a job. For me, that's financial freedom. No money beats a solid relationship, solid network, solid reputation. I am saying that, Lee, uchinchini will be beer movie. Would them be found? It is true, say Chrome will be aware of Papa Fanny home. But will people really mean it? Will people really mean it? The people crying, are they crying because they are happy you are gone? Or they are crying because genuinely they are hurt you've left them? I'm saying, build a legacy for your kids. And in fact, Bible actually says it. A good man is the one that leaves inheritance for his children and his children's children. So build a legacy for your kids. But above all this, leave them a name.
Give them a name.
Give them a name. Leave them a name. David said, is there anybody in the house of Saul that I'll show kindness because of Jonathan? Leave them a name. You can live. You see, I can have everything I want to have. I can be able to afford anything I want to afford and still broke.
Okay.
Because this has not changed.
The mind.
The mind. If I pick my phone and I need 20,000 cedis right now, can I call 5 people who will be able to trust me with 20,000 cedis? and say he's good for it? Or people duck your calls just because they saw you calling? Will people look at your call and say, on their friend? Or people call you, will people answer your call? Yo, I need 20,000. I'll give it back to you next week. And they'll say, no worries. Where should I send it? No amount of money. A good name. When I must say a good name is better than riches. Use your good name to buy food. So now, when you've gotten to your wit's end, what will save you is your name. Your father's name. Your mother. See, God told Solomon, I would have killed you, but for your father David. For the fact that I have a covenant with David, I'll spare you. So it was not because David did anything. It was not because Solomon did anything good. It was because his father David. His life was spared because of his father David.
Wow.
So an inheritance goes beyond finance. It goes beyond properties. Did you leave them a name?
We are wrapping up on our conversation, Dr. Albert Arthur Cobbinah. 20 years from now, what legacy do you want to leave behind?
I want my legacy to be the minds I would have changed.
Okay.
Lee, in all honesty, the reason I came on this podcast is because I am passionate about this generation. I want to be able to change as many minds as I can. Transform as many minds as I can. I want my legacy to be that a man lived. He lived for the truth. He lived for shaping the lives of the youth. I don't care if I don't own 7 houses. I don't care if I don't drive a Rolls Royce. I don't care about any of those things. I don't care if I don't use a 17 Pro Max. That can't be a legacy for me. How many lives have I touched? How many people have I impacted? How many lives have I turned around? That is what I want my legacy to be.
Wow. Wow. It's a good legacy. It's a good legacy.
Yeah.
Someone is watching us. They feel trapped. With all the things that we've spoken about, what would be your last word of hope for them?
There is hope for you. Listen, I tell people this thing that all of us will not get there at the same time.
Okay.
We will all not get there at the same time. And I'll give you a typical analogy. Li na ye kwa Accra. Obi si mo ahomache 4. Ahomache 3. Okofa VIP. Bypass a ye wo konongo ni abremu nti ebetimi atake 9 hours no ndru Accra. No ko dru poku ase kra poku ase traffic enkwa betimi ache no be 3 hours. Obi kuta V8 to wensimu ahomache osimu no nsia. No se poku ase traffic ne bypass ne traffic ne nti onkodi wo akofa bo ase kwan akofa Cape Coast kwan ne so. In 4 hours we drew Accra. We the plane air control tenefie about 11 or call airport. No far plane in 45 minutes we drew Accra. Ying na you drew. Me che wo kwan so de me drew. O kodru jame ma be drew. I had more comfort in my journey ma be drew. I was served snacks on my journey. Mabidru. Oh, my trip was classy. Mabidru. Let's not lose sight of what is important, the destination. A lot of people become so fixated on the horrors of the journey that we forget the destination. Looking unto Jesus, the author and the finisher of our faith, who for the crown that was set before him despised the shame and endured the cross. He was looking at the crown. He was looking at the crown The destination should be your focus. Don't lose focus. Young man, you will get there. Young woman, you will get there. You don't need to sell your body to get there. You don't need to sell your morals to get there. You will get there. It might take longer. Understand this. It is okay. You will get there. You might fall a few times. It is okay. You will get there. You might mess up a few times. Trust me, it's okay.
You will get there.
You will get there. No matter what happens on the road getting there, tell yourself something. I will get there. That's the most important thing.
Wow. I'm wet. What is one truth about life that took you years to understand? Final question.
We all know the same. When you've been in cool school, on your student and our chef, who could drew fear, who could ja? Beshem Muchim, a Kusejano, who's ya coweni? What now, my mention? Atitia bedrew tia man. But when a chef and no money bedi, we are all not the same. Some people are better at certain things than others. Accept it and move on. Some people will be richer than you. Accept it and move on. Some people will be better at this whole podcast game than you. Accept it and move on. This industry you find yourself, Lee, some people will be better at it than you. Accept it and move on. So, Doc, are you saying we should not strive for excellence? No, that is not what I'm saying. Regardless of your level of excellence, somebody will be better. Accept it and move on. You can't keep fixating on who is better than you. You won't grow. We are all not the same. And
Wow. Wow.
The only thing that guarantees success is you.
Wow.
You are the guarantor of your success. Nobody else. You.
Wow.
Did you fail? Yes, you. Did you succeed? You. Did it go bad? You. Did it turn out right?
You. Cheers to greatness. Thank you for joining us, students of greatness.